Hello, welcome to my channel. Giraffes are the tallest land animals on Earth, known for their long necks and legs. They are native to Africa and belong to the family Giraffidae, which also includes their closest relative, the okapi. Giraffes are easily recognizable due to their unique appearance, and they have captured the imagination of people around the world. The scientific name for the giraffe is Giraffa camelopardalis, a name that reflects their somewhat camel-like appearance and their spotted coat, which reminded early Europeans of a leopard. Despite their towering height, giraffes are gentle herbivores that spend most of their time grazing on leaves high up in the trees. Giraffes are most famous for their extraordinary height. Adult giraffes can grow to be between 16 and 20 feet, 5 to 6 meters, tall, with males typically being taller than females. Their long necks, which can be up to 6 feet, 1.8 meters, in length, are supported by 7 vertebrae, the same number as in a human neck, though each vertebra is much larger. In addition to their long necks, giraffes have long legs that contribute to their height. Their legs alone are about 6 feet, 1.8 meters, long, which allows them to run at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour, 56 kilometers per hour, for short distances. Their bodies are relatively short compared to their necks and legs, but they are very powerful and muscular. Giraffes have large, dark eyes set on the sides of their heads, which give them a wide field of vision. Their vision is very sharp, helping them spot predators from a distance. They also have large, mobile ears that allow them to detect sounds from various directions. Their tongues are another remarkable feature, measuring up to 18 to 20 inches, 45 to 50 centimeters, long. A giraffe's tongue is prehensile, meaning it can grasp and manipulate objects, which is especially useful for pulling leaves off branches. The tongue is also a dark blue or purple color, which is thought to protect it from sunburn during the long hours of feeding. Giraffes have a distinctive coat pattern, with each individual having a unique set of spots. The spots are dark brown or orange-brown, surrounded by lighter-colored fur. This pattern helps to camouflage them in the dappled light of their woodland and savanna habitats. Beneath their skin, giraffes have thick, tough hides that help protect them from predators and the harsh African sun. Giraffes are native to Africa, specifically the sub-Saharan regions. They inhabit savannas, grasslands, and open woodlands where their preferred food sources, trees and shrubs, are abundant. Giraffes are highly adaptable and can survive in various climates, from the dry savannas of East Africa to the wetter regions of Central and Southern Africa. Historically, giraffes were found in much larger numbers and across a broader range, but their populations have decreased due to habitat loss and hunting. Today, giraffes are found in scattered populations across Africa, with the largest populations in countries like Tanzania, Kenya, and South Africa. Giraffes tend to stay in areas where acacia, comophorid, and terminalia trees are plentiful. These trees provide the leaves, buds, and twigs that make up the bulk of a giraffe's diet. In some areas, giraffes migrate in response to seasonal changes in vegetation, moving to areas where food is more abundant during the dry season. Giraffes are herbivores, and their diet consists mainly of leaves, flowers, and fruits from trees and shrubs. They are browsers, meaning they prefer to feed on vegetation that is above ground level, often at heights that are inaccessible to other herbivores. This feeding behavior reduces competition for food with other animals. Giraffes spend a large portion of their day eating, up to 20 hours in some cases. They can consume up to 75 pounds, 34 kilograms of food in a single day. Despite their size and the large amount of food they eat, Giraffes have a relatively low-calorie diet, so they must eat frequently to meet their energy needs. In addition to leaves, giraffes also eat flowers, fruits, and seeds when they are available. During the dry season, when food is scarce, giraffes may strip bark from trees to eat. They also drink water when it is available, but they can go for long periods without drinking, getting most of the moisture they need from the plants they eat. Giraffes are social animals, often found in loose, open groups called herds. These herds are typically composed of females and their young, although males may also be present. Giraffe herds are fluid, with individuals coming and going as they please, and there is no strict hierarchy within the group. The size of a herd can vary from a few individuals to several dozen, depending on the availability of food and other resources. Males and females have different social behaviors. Female giraffes tend to form close-knit groups with other females and their offspring. They often help care for each other's young, a behavior known as allomothering. This cooperative care helps ensure the survival of the calves, which are vulnerable to predators. Male giraffes, on the other hand, are more solitary and tend to roam more widely. When they do interact with other males, it is often in the context of establishing dominance. Male giraffes engage in a behavior known as necking, where they use their long necks as weapons to strike each other. Despite their size and strength, giraffes are generally peaceful animals. They spend most of their time feeding, resting, and moving from one food source to another. Giraffes are most active during the early morning and late afternoon when temperatures are cooler. Giraffes have a unique and fascinating reproductive process. Female giraffes reach sexual maturity at around 4 to 5 years of age, while males mature a bit later, at around 6 to 7 years. Mating can occur at any time of the year, although there is often a peak in births during the rainy season when food is more abundant. Giraffe calves grow quickly, gaining about an inch, 2.5 centimeters, in height every day during their first year. They are weaned at around 6 to 9 months of age, but they may continue to stay with their mother for up to 2 years. After this period, young giraffes gradually become more independent, and males often leave the herd to join other males or live alone. Giraffes have a relatively long lifespan for a land animal, living up to 25 years in the wild and even longer in captivity. Giraffes have a range of ways to communicate with each other, though they are often perceived as silent animals. They use a combination of vocalizations, body language, and even chemical signals to convey information. While giraffes are generally quiet, they do make sounds, especially during social interactions. They can produce low-frequency hums, which are often inaudible to human ears but can be heard by other giraffes over long distances. These hums are thought to help maintain group cohesion, especially at night when visibility is low. Giraffes also use a variety of other vocalizations, including grunts, snorts, and bleats. Calves are particularly vocal, often bleating to call for their mothers or to express distress. Adult giraffes may grunt or snort when they are alarmed or when they sense danger. Body language is another important form of communication for giraffes. They use their necks, heads, and tails to signal their intentions and emotions. For example, a giraffe that is feeling threatened may stand tall and hold its head high, while a relaxed giraffe may hold its neck and head at a more horizontal angle. Tail movements can also indicate mood, with a flicking tail often signaling irritation. In addition to vocal and visual signals, giraffes use chemical communication. They have scent glands located on their feet and other parts of their bodies, which produce chemicals known as pheromones. These chemicals can convey a variety of information, including reproductive status and individual identity. Male giraffes, in particular, use pheromones to detect when a female is in heat and ready to mate. Despite their impressive adaptations, giraffes face a number of threats in the wild. The biggest threat to giraffes is habitat loss, which is caused by human activities such as agriculture, logging, and urbanization. As their natural habitats are destroyed or fragmented, giraffes are forced into smaller and more isolated populations, which makes them more vulnerable to other threats. Hunting is another major threat to giraffes. In some parts of Africa, giraffes are hunted for their meat, hides, and tails, which are used for various purposes, including traditional medicine and cultural practices. Although hunting is illegal in many areas, it continues to be a problem due to weak enforcement of wildlife protection laws. Giraffes are also at risk from climate change, which is altering the availability of food and water in their habitats. Changes in rainfall patterns and temperature can affect the growth of the plants that giraffes rely on for food, leading to shortages and increased competition with other herbivores. Giraffes have fascinated humans for centuries, and they have been depicted in art, literature, and folklore across many cultures. In ancient Egypt, giraffes were often depicted in artwork and were considered symbols of grace and elegance. Giraffes were also kept in menageries by Egyptian pharaohs, who prized them for their exotic appearance. In many African cultures, giraffes are revered for their beauty and are often associated with positive qualities such as patience, wisdom, and foresight. Some African tribes believe that giraffes have a special connection to the spiritual world and that they possess knowledge of the future. Giraffes are also featured in traditional African stories and proverbs, often as symbols of peace and harmony. In Western culture, giraffes have been popularized through books, movies, and television shows. They are often portrayed as gentle giants and are beloved by children and adults alike. Giraffes are also a popular attraction in zoos around the world, where they are admired for their unique appearance and gentle demeanor. Giraffes have also inspired scientific study and research. Their unusual anatomy and behavior have provided valuable insights into the evolution of mammals and the adaptation of species to different environments. Giraffes continue to be a subject of fascination for scientists, conservationists, and the general public. Giraffes are truly remarkable animals, with their long necks, striking coat patterns, and gentle nature. They have adapted to life in the African savannas in ways that are both fascinating and unique. However, they face significant challenges in the modern world, and their future depends on our ability to protect their habitats and ensure their survival. By learning more about giraffes and supporting conservation efforts, we can help ensure that these magnificent creatures continue to roam the African wilderness for generations to come. Whether in the wild or in zoos, giraffes continue to capture our imagination and remind us of the beauty and diversity of life on Earth.